In this video, let's talk about the respect that men deserve and why they are not getting it. We live in an age of heavy miscommunication and misinformation, where a lot of men, what they really need is respect, but they kind of like what they say is that they want a woman to love them for who they are, but deep down, what they need is respect. Now you may say, "Oh, why would I make such a statement?" This is because if you're someone who has ever had experience with women, who has interacted with women, who has gotten to experience different type of women from different type of women and different aspects of them, you get to realize that the past that the men are really that the men really desire is a respectful part of women, is that submissive part of women. And women can never be submissive if they are not respectful of that person that they are submitting to. This is something the media never talks about. The Nollywood never talks about. That's why I kind of like have like a very few tips on this. A very few tips. Because recently I was talking to a lady and she was like, "Oh, just talking about how she loves me." Yeah, and I said, "Well, what I need is respect." And she's like, "That was what she has been trying to say since that she respects me, yada yada yada." That and she was talking about how other guys, how she finds it very easy to disrespect them, despite the fact that they are doing a lot for them. And I began to think, why is that so? These guys, quote unquote, that are doing everything for you. Why do you disrespect them? But you actively say you love them. And she says, well, that she doesn't know how she does it, but it just happens. So I kind of figured that when men and women say respect, there's a form of miscommunication in that process. So and everything comes from social conditioning. We live in an age where women have fought for equality. So now they fought for equality. Nollywood has been feeding us all of these interesting stories that we really desire. These interesting stories that we see ourselves playing the characters. So now we think we want those things because we have seen them play out more often than not. And this video might be a lengthy one, so please stay with me. Is to watch that point where women respect men. She what happens is she comes into some form of feminine energy where she's relaxed. And when she's relaxed, she's allowed to show or she's allowed to experience a lot of emotions. But when the role is reversed, where she's one who is respected, the man places her on the pedestal, and in the process, she sees herself to be above this man. She sees the need to want to constantly perform because she is a respected person. Because for you to have respect, you have to actually earn it. So it's a normal human nature. One, two is the way we are wired. Yeah. That if you talk to men in a certain way, in terms of when women show respect to men, there's a way men are wired where they would instantly fall head over heels. That's not love, that's respect. And well, how I've discovered this is I've seen women who walk into my life and who walk into my life and when they see the way my lifestyle is, it's very simple. I don't brag, I don't show off, but I see them wanting to do things that sometimes they've openly said they would not do for their husband. And I'm trying to figure out why and how. And then over time, I've gotten to by the idea that it's respect. One, two is people will not do things for you because you need them to. They'll do this for you because you're the kind of person who deserves that thing. I was in a group of people the other day. We had like two feminists, my guys were around. And then I said something. I said, back in the days, women by default used to respect men. They used to respect men. This idea of love men was not there, it was strange to them. This is why I say Nollywood is really messing things up. It was very new to them. So fast forward to today. And I've been asking myself, why? Is that back in the days, the men were built in a way, they were trained in a way to be respected. And for it to be respected, you have to earn it. I'm sorry, you have to earn it. But these days, if you look at the average man, without saying anything demeaning, he's not attractive. He has a lot of baggages. He's a mom's boy. But hold on, let's talk about those who have some form of discipline. Say the $10,000 per month kind of bros. Those men who are building wealth without building a form of character, a form of personality. No, they are building wealth with no personality. Back in the days, it took those men time to generate wealth and substantial income. That was why, in the process, they had to build personalities, they had to build characters. But now we have people who are going straight for the money, they're earning money with zero personality. And yet, we expect women to respect them. So, one tip I tell guys is you have to erase social conditioning. You have to take that out completely. The whole idea of equality does not really work in dating dynamics. It does not work. And if you want, and please try it out with your own experience and tell me how it goes. Because there's a form of power dynamics, and women feel much more alive when they are the ones who are adoring, when they are looking up to the man they respect. Also, when you respect someone, you look up to them and you kind of like defer judgments to them, where you kind of like listen to what they say, you obey their commands. Now, women know this. That's why women feel much more relaxed when the men take the lead. The man is making most of the heavy decisions. Because if you look at when women make decisions, if you notice very well, they have like 1,000 things going through their head. Take a lady to a restaurant and watch her pick. Most of the time, her head is wondering how these options all come together. Or watch her pick certain colors on everything. You get to see how funny it is, or how many thoughts are running through her head. But when the man, you're taking the lead, you know where to go. And you know where to go. You already know, you can read her mind before she even says it. All these things make you attractive, make you respected. When you understand female nature. And I don't say this to insult women or something. Is that no, there's a way that they are wired, and there's a way that we are wired. They are wired to feel better when they are loved, taken care of, when they can express all sorts of emotions. Men, on the other hand, feel better, they feel encouraged when they are respected. I think there's this the chapter 1 of Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Ways to Life, where he talks about, I can't remember the name of the rule, but he talks about how crabs feel better when they are respected, when they are challenged, and when they win challenges, when they conquer. Same thing across all animals. Like we are wired in a way that when you're wired with the male wiring system, you respond different in certain situations. But today is not a talk for biology. Also, so one advice I give guys is talk to a lot of women. When I mean a lot, I don't mean like 1,000 women, but different types of women. Talk to the baddies. Talk to the corporates. Speak to the feminine. Speak to them. Speak to the feminine soft. Speak to the hard ones. You get to realize which one, because men need to experience a lot of these women. Just interact with them. Know how they think. Know which one works for you. Trust me. And one thing you get to realize is you get to see which of these women you find easier to hold a masculine frame around. Although I would advise to hold it with all of them, but some of them will make you feel much more alive. The energy they give to you, most especially when you're respected. Now, on the topic of respect, well, a lot of women who will be disrespectful, it says more about them. But now, another deep truth about respect is you have to earn the respect. I've been wondering, what is the major cause of this whole idea of respect versus disrespect for men and women? And something flipped in my head when you went like this. Men know that if you want respect, you have to earn the respect. But for love, you don't really have to earn love. Love is just the way it is. It's like your mom did not. There are different kinds of love or whatever, but we try to get that love that our mom gave to us, where it was unconditional. It didn't come with the idea that, oh, you have to be somehow, you have to be a certain way for me to love you. No, it just came with you. So men are trying to recreate that experience. At the end of the day, we are all like kids inside. We just grew up in our bodies, but our minds stay the same. Some things that we really, really admire or we desire stay the same as kids, childlike wonder. On the other hand, for women, when they say they want to be respected rather than loved, what they're saying is, I want to be considered, not I want somebody to put me on the pedestal. Like I said, when they're on the pedestal, they don't have that, they don't feel too relaxed to express a range of emotions. But when they are the ones who are being submissive, that they are respecting the man, they get to experience a lot. They feel relaxed, they feel calm, they feel much more secured in his doings. So there's a certain kind of man that you have to be today if you really want to have the respect of most women. So see this way as getting that respect should be a form of byproduct. Getting the respect from women should be a byproduct of who you are, not the focus around it. So, what kind of man should we aim to be? You have to be a man of demand. You have to be a man that's such in demand that you have options. I'm not saying you should keep options or explore options. That's a talk for another day. Although it'd be nice to have them. But be a man of demand. And I got this concept from, I can't remember, I think it was Tristan Tate, where he says, but me, I call it the well-rounded man. Some people call it Renaissance man. People have different terms for it. But the idea is that you are such a rare breed. You have this variety. You have this right combination of you being funny, you're attractive, you're rich, you're very good in bed. You have this nice blend of qualities that women want that people lack greatly. People have just one off in a very high proportion. For example, you see guys who are very attractive, but they're just attractive. There's nothing beyond the attraction. You see guys who are just rich. They are rich, but they're still daft with their riches. You see men who are like good in bed, but they really can't deliver outside of the bedroom. You see people who are funny, but that's all they are, just funny. Nothing really more about them. But being a well-rounded man, or being a man in demand, means that you have this right blend. And this is what people rarely ever talk about. You rarely ever talk about it because they don't speak from a place of experience. They tell you content that feels good for you to hear, but it don't really work for you. I tell guys, go out there, have a lot of experience with a lot of women in terms of interaction. See how they talk, see how they think. Not the one that makes you feel alive. Respect or love, I can bet is most likely respect. Become a man of demand. Be able to walk away because you have options. You know where you are. And when you have options, you know who you are. Automatically, it means that you probably most likely have a goal, a vision you're working towards. What that also means is you are focused on achieving some things. And what that also means, when you're focused on achieving some things, you find it easier. When you're focused on some things, you're on a mission, you're on a purpose, you become very selective of the women you put into your life. That's why I said, understand women, know how they interact, understand the female nature. Yeah. And it's a shame that most of the content that gets pushed out on social media around women are unhealthy. They may have a message, but they are very, very unhealthy. They're not packaged right, or they lack a lot of context. So I'm just saying this to say one thing is, you just have to be a certain kind of man to get that respect. You have to be a certain kind of man. Now, there's no exact prescription on how you can become this man, but have a goal, have good judgment, be selective, have a vision. Let the woman walk into your world and complement it. She shouldn't be the one that dictates it, basically. She comes into your world, she sees where you're heading, and she feels like if she can join you on this journey that you're going towards, this legacy you're building, she too in return, you will feel the most alive. Mind you, also back in the days, women also had limitless options. Right now, hypergamy is real. Hypergamy is real. So they have a lot of options. So as a man, to be very honest, it's going to take a lot to stand out, but not as much as the red pill guys make it sound like. Like I said, become one in a million. Have a nice blend. Be funny, charismatic, have good social skills, have good finances, because it plays a very good role. But those, when finances are taken care of, a lot of things fall in place. Should fall in place. Be good in the bedroom. Allow her to know how to engage all of her emotions, dramatic emotions, anger, love, lust, jealousy. Allow her to express everything. And then she'll give you respect in return. Automatically. She'll submit automatically. Like I said, and from my experience, I've seen that women know what to do to get you. Women know what to do when it comes to respect or love. So that's it. I'm not entirely sure how long this video is. I'm not entirely sure. But I really hope I got the message to tell men to aim to become somebody that deserves respect rather than trying to force respect or demand respect or command respect. So that's it. Thank you very much. Please help me share this video with someone who enjoys this movement of telling men to become well-rounded, because this idea of well-roundedness benefits men so much that it doesn't tell you to be the richest man in the world, but you should have good finances. You don't have to be the most attractive man in the world, but you should look good and presentable. You don't have to be the funniest person in the room, but you should have charisma and good social skills. All of these, there are different topics I don't talk about in this video, but all of these will make you well-rounded. So please share the video with someone who you know will join the movement of telling men to become responsible. And when they become responsible, they will become responsible for themselves and for those around them. In turn, that is how society can become a better place. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon, and bye for now.